Welcome to Every LA Talks with Los Angeles real estate agent Matthias Baker Mazzucci.
Today, we are going to talk about failed 1031 exchanges. Very sad. The word failed, just that word, it's like failed. Oh no, what did I do? But they happen. They happen because of lack of planning, but there's a way to fix it, right, Ashley?
Yep. So in the exchange, one of the things that I always tell investors, I'm going to talk a little bit about DSTs here.
Yes.
Is you want to maximize your identification. So you want to either identify 3 properties or 200%. Those are the 2 rules you want to follow.
Right.
If you're buying direct real estate in a market like today, where we see deals fall through all the time, my recommendation for every investor is to have a DST as a backup. That means that if all else fails, you can invest in a DST, be in the DST for forever long, it's projected, and then re-enter the market in the future. What this does is it defers those taxes. Let's say you don't use a backup strategy and your deal falls through. Well, guess what? There's no other ways out. You're paying probably 30 to 40% in taxes. So this can really save you and set you up for a future transaction.
That's a very good idea. And actually, this is it. You added a very good element to this, which is the fact that even though DSTs are not liquid and you have a specific commitment, it doesn't, once you get in a DST, you don't have to stay in DSTs forever. So
Correct.
Once the time to sell comes, then if you want to take a more active approach, that's why this is really a blessing to have a DST as backup, because you made a very good example. Markets can be competitive. So you can identify a property, hopefully you get it, hopefully everything goes great, and we can, work with the professionals that make that happen. But let's say you don't. If you have a backup as a DST, you can go into a DST for a certain amount of time, then you can get out and then buy another property when the market shifts into your favor. So that's very, very important thing to keep in mind.
And if I can tell you a quick story about what happened last year.
I love stories.
I tell every client who's going into direct, let's ID a DST. 99%, thankfully the deal goes through. Last year I got a call, day 176 of their exchange. Their property hadn't closed. It was going to be delayed again. So we were able to close on the DST so that he was able to defer all those taxes.
Wow.
Had he not had that DST, he would have been day 176, looking at paying taxes at day 181. So it really did save his exchange. Another client selling a property for $1 million, and they're buying a multifamily for $750 in a new market out of state. $150,000, they don't know what to do with it. So they're using a DST as a backup while they go and look. Most likely they might need to place that in a DST. Let it sit there for a few years until maybe they can find something. Both of these scenarios, in 5 to 7 years, that investor is going to get their capital back and they'll be able to re-enter the market. So it's not a forever strategy.
I love this. Let's talk about this. You mentioned something. So let me just kind of like elaborate on something and get your thoughts on this. So people can, let's say, you're selling a property that's $1 million. You have $200 mortgage on it, $800,000 is in equity. You buy an all cash property for $800,000 and you replace the debt. Now, if you replace the debt, in that case, you would have to bring in some cash, I guess, because you can't replace 100% debt. But these DST are leveraged. So if you wanted to buy a $600,000 property all cash and you want to invest 200 debt and 200 cash into the DST, you could do it because you have some 50-50 DSTs, right?
Yep. So we'll do that to allow investors to go to the market as all cash buyers. We kind of do the math to figure out how much they need to invest. The DSTs can be leveraged anywhere from low end 20% upwards to 55% today.
Wow.
And so you can pull out the equity, invest, get that debt assigned. That debt is non-recourse. Investors are only liable for their equity position. And now they pull that $600,000 out and they go become an all cash buyer, which, I mean, you can speak to it better than I can, but I do believe that they're the ones that are getting to close deals today.
Oh, absolutely. I agree. So if you're thinking about making a move, reach out to us. No obligations. We're happy to give you a free consultation, and we'll go from there. Thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thank you for watching. To find out more, visit everyla.com.